What should you do with your 401k when you change jobs? Do you take a distribution? Do I move the account somewhere? There's a lot of considerations and options you have. I'm gonna break it down in today's video. I'm Sorensen. Let's build wealth. All right, when you get to your options, it's really gonna come down to 4 choices you have. You've got 4 different choices you can pick. Let's go with number 1. Cash it out and take a distribution. This is the one I don't want you to do. There's taxes and penalties to access this money early. Now, I'm assuming you're before 59 and a half. If you're in retirement plan age after 59 and a half, you can access that money now. But for those of us not yet at retirement age, there are taxes and penalties to distribute and take the money out. So do not do that. You've still got 3 other options as what to do. The second option is kind of like do nothing. Just leave the money in the old employer 401k. Now on the positive side of that, at least it's not a distribution. It still stays in the 401k. There's no taxes or penalties. It's just in the old employer 401k. On the other hand, I don't like that because there's other better options and ways to access and use that money at lower fees and costs than leaving it in your old employer 401k. Some employer 401k plans say once you no longer work for the company, within 12 months, they're gonna distribute the money for you, or they're gonna send it to some IRA at a place you don't even know where it's at. And so you lose control of the money when you leave it in an old employer 401k. All right, now your third option is you might have a 401k at your new job. Okay, so if I have a new job where I'm eligible for the 401k, I could roll over my prior employer 401k into my new employer's 401k. That could be a good option for you depending on the investment options in the new employer 401k. Now on the downside, most 401k plans in general are just gonna be ETFs and mutual funds. Maybe you could buy some stocks, but you're definitely not self-directing. You're definitely not buying real estate, investing in small businesses, private lending, crypto. You're definitely not doing that with a company 401k, which leads me to your fourth option of moving to an IRA. In general, that's the better option, moving from a 401k to an IRA. The reason that's better is IRAs have lower fees. When you have a 401k, you have a higher fee schedule, and typically it's fees you don't even see. The average 401k has a 1.5% fee. So if I've got a $100,000 401k, I'm paying $1,500 a year in fees for that 401k account. IRAs, on the other hand, broker-dealer IRAs are much more affordable. You're actually not paying annual fees. Even a self-directed IRA where you're investing in real estate or other alternative assets is only $395 at our company. So a lot of advisors and a lot of individuals decide to move to IRAs because they have lower fees and greater investment options than old employer company 401k plans. Now, when you're deciding to move money from a 401k to an IRA, you got to understand what type of retirement dollars do you have in the 401k. Do I have traditional 401k dollars or do I have Roth 401k dollars? If I have traditional 401k dollars, I'm rolling over to a traditional IRA. If I have Roth 401k dollars, I'm rolling over to a Roth IRA. Now you might have a little bit of both, which in that case you'll end up having 2 IRA accounts. You have a traditional IRA account and you'll have a Roth IRA account. Now when you're rolling over to an IRA, there's 3 steps in the process. The first step is you need to go open up the IRA account at the IRA provider. If you want to do a self-directed IRA, that's what we do at our company, directed IRA, where you can invest in all types of alternative assets. You could also buy stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, but people choose us because they want greater investment options. But no matter where you choose, you're opening up an IRA account. The second step in the process is you're going to move the money from the 401k, what's called a direct rollover, to the new IRA. Now that requires you to go to your old employer 401k plan to request the money to be moved to the new IRA you've set up. Most 401k plans are gonna have a form you complete for this that says, hey, I have an IRA over here at directed IRA, let's say, and roll the money over to directed IRA directly. No taxes, no penalty, it's not a distribution. Now the money gets into your IRA at directed IRA. Now again, this could be any company you might choose. This could be a broker-dealer IRA. I'm just saying, for example, here, our company, because why not, you know? All right, now the third thing you need to do, and I mentioned this before, is invest the account. Don't just sit in cash. Go find an investment and get the account invested. As a good rule of thumb, and there's good advice out there from a lot of people on this, at least go and buy the S&P 500 fund until you can find something better. That way we know we're invested, we can kind of set it and forget it until we come back later where we can find something that creates a greater return. Now the people that have built $1 million plus retirement accounts are engaged in what's happening to their retirement account. I don't mean that they're like day trading it every year, but they are focused on what they're investing into. Whether they're just doing an S&P 500 fund or they're picking the right ETF or mutual fund, or they're self-directing and going and finding assets that can provide 10+% returns. They're looking for assets that are gonna help them grow and build their wealth. Once we have money set aside in the retirement account, the way we grow it is by investing it well. But don't overthink it. Too many people overthink it and they don't do anything because they can't find that home run investment, all right? So make sure your account stays invested. Do not leave it in cash. Once you go roll it over to any IRA, make sure you then go make an investment from the IRA account. Let's go and get that money invested. Even if it is just the S&P 500 fund, get it into something until you can find a better investment to upgrade and get a higher rate of return. There's over $40 trillion in US retirement accounts, and it's a big deal when you change jobs. I hope this video outlines the 4 options you have, and I hope you take the option of continuing to grow and build that wealth in your retirement. Retirement accounts are an amazing tool to build long-term wealth so you have a retirement you're looking forward to. Please subscribe to my channel. It's free. I'm giving all this information out on how to save on taxes, protect your assets, build for retirement, and grow your wealth. I'm Matt Sorensen. We'll see you next time.